traditional SaaS and the agentic SaaS. Let's walk through with some core concepts, and then we will more deep dive in the advanced concepts of the agentic AI and the agentic SaaS as well. I believe all of us very much familiar with the SaaS concept, software as a service, and I think we use it in every day, every other day. Basically, SaaS is a proven software delivery mechanism method which was opted by the industry leaders since decades. And if we talk about its evolution, it's we have categorized it in three stages. Like if we talk about the early SaaS, when this concept begins, it's 2005 to 2015, a decade time, when this is the era when people were started digitization of their manual paperwork and their processes automation into the CRUD databases. And then after one decade, there was a workflow-centric SaaS era, that is 2015 to 2022. That was the era all about manual workflows management that people usually required human interventions and configure the manual workflows and execute. After 2022 and 2023 onward, this is the agentic SaaS era. And this is the era of AI-driven systems. Those think, act, and adopt autonomously. This is the SaaS journey. You can say the journey of the decades, but still many traditional SaaS applications are being developed on those old school workflows and the concept that was static business logics and facing issue in adopting while changing the context, while facing the exception, and while evolving the goals and the targets. If we talk about the futuristic approach, as per the Gartner, an American research company, all of us familiar with him, they have predicted like by 2028, 15% of daily businesses decision will be made autonomously by the AI agents. And additionally, 33% enterprises software projects are expected to include agentic AI support and capabilities. So this is what like SaaS background and what is anticipated insights in coming years. This is the term like you have many of you people have heard about like SaaS is dead or SaaS is actually dying. The answer is no. SaaS as a delivery method, a delivery model is alive and people still using it and it will be like using in the coming days as well. But SaaS is transforming from the traditional workflow centric approach to the agentic AI agents based support. If we see this shift, like we are seeing the shift from CRUD databases to AI agents driven automation and traditional seed-based subscriptions and the UE-heavy tools are losing their relevance in the evolving landscape of current era. Overall, SaaS agents are reducing the need for constant human interaction, human intervention. That is indicating that SaaS business model is evolving, not disappearing. This is the core concept, like why rigid workflows are failing. This is very important to know. Because the rule-based automation breaks when reality changes. Like whenever uh, reality deviates from the happy path, the rule-based automation breaks. Most of the SaaS tools not failing because of lack of automation. They are failing because they cannot handle the exceptions. The moment reality changes, the workflow collapses and human steps in and human in loop comes in to like reconfigure the flows. Let's clear this with an example. Considering we are using an e-commerce SaaS platform, and what will be happen in the traditional workflow when the customer submit a refund ticket, refund request? System will check the policy rules, right? And if conditions true, if conditions match, then system will issue the refund to that customer. Otherwise, ticket will be escalated to the human, a support agent, right? So this workflows of the traditional SaaS only works when order is a standard order and customer is not very important for the company or enterprise, and no partial shipment there and no previous disputes there. So this traditional workflow will works, but this traditional workflow will fail when customer has a high value for the enterprise. An order was partially delivered and partially failed. Payment used many payment methods, multiple payment methods, and customer also open a support issue. So how the AI agent, the agentic flow will resolve this scenario. An agentic system evaluate first of all the customer lifetime value for the enterprise, for your company, and contact terms also under the consideration for the AA agent. Refund history will be considered. Support sentiments will be considered. So there is no predefined rules to cover this exact scenario. The agent reason it its own way and execute its own way. So as a business perspective, we talk why this matters a lot. Like whenever we talk about the rigid workflows, it will cost on the scaling, right? Every exception, every alternate scenario, every change in the happy path will increase the support load, will increase the engineering maintenance, will create the engineering maintenance overhead basically, and the customer frustration will comes along with that. So the bottom line is every exception, every change in the flow, every deviation from the happy path is a tax on the workflow based SaaS. So that is why workflow based SaaS are dying and transforming to the agentic SaaS. So when we are talking about like hard-coded workflows based SaaS are dying and now agentic SaaS era is coming. So frequently the word agent is coming under discussion. So let's focus on the what's an agent. Basically, an agent is an autonomous system that can understand goals, analyze the context, and provided data, make decision, act across the connected systems, and the learn from the outcomes over the time as well. So, and as an AI agent, if we talk about AI agent is a software entity that can decide how to work, that can decide like what to work, and it's on the like provided context, provided data, and all the decision taking and autonomously by the AI agent. Ultimately, AI agents are the outcome centric, not the procedures are the input centric. They are output centric entities that operates independently. And there are AI agents are differ from the chatbots because they can only respond in the one way on the static rules, and the macros like fixed commands are the basic automation. So this is the how AI agents works. So AI agents are the basic component and the revolution for the many system in this era, including the SaaS. So as we discuss about the workflow centric and agent centric SaaS, so if we talk about the comparison between these workflow centric and the agent centric SaaS, basically workflow centric SaaS based on the fixed paths means hard coded workflows involve predefined manual triggers and most of the time required intensive human in loop interventions. While the agent centric based on the adaptive paths. Adaptive path means like adaptive paths mean the agents can think and opt the optimal path based on the context and the data and take decisions and action that meet the goals and the outcomes. So agentic centric are the outcome driven basically approach. When we talk about the outcome driven approach, let's more deep dive in the outcome driven concept in the agentic SaaS. In traditional SaaS, users are operators, users are configuring the workflows and putting the configurations, and the in agent-driven SaaS uses other goal setters, defining the rules, defining the targets, and the software take responsibility for the execution. Let's take another example and understand this with an CRM example. Traditionally, if on a CRM, if we have an inbound sale lead query lands in your website, traditional system will generate an email to the customer and wait for 2 days and notify sales team in case of no response. Again, human in loop will occur. But outcome-driven CRM convert the qualified lead into the meetings. So this is how the AI agent decide who qualifies to convert, which lead qualifies to convert, when to follow up, when to check, which channels used to like follow up, and when to escalate to the sales team. So this is the outcome-driven approach. This is the automation. Now, I would like to discuss about if we want to develop a SaaS product, agent-ready SaaS product, what are the components for that agent-ready SaaS product? What is the architecture for the agent-centric SaaS? These are four major components. Like first is the clear outcome definitions. First of all, that system have very clear outcomes definition. Like agent system cannot optimize the vague goals, vague targets. Instead of just defining reduce the support load, we need to define this a quantifiable way, quantifiable outcome like resolve 80% of the tier 1 tickets load without human intervention. This will be a more specified, more clear outcome. And secondly, we should have context-rich data access, like agents required full situational awareness, no isolated data points. Agents must see like humans see, and more than that. User behavior must be known to the agents, historical action and data and system state. All these things must be known to the AI agents for the SaaS product. And third part is the SaaS system interoperability. What does mean in practice? Like agent must act across associated systems as well, like CRM and the support management system, billing, analytics, and other internal tools. All such databases must be accessible to the agent-ready SaaS product. And the final one is the continuously learning loops. What this means, the agent must learn from the success versus failures, human overrides, user reactions, and long-term outcomes. These are the things which are the learning loops for the agent-ready product SaaS. So this is the certified architecture for agent-ready product. If you talk about the future of the SaaS, SaaS is shifting from user-operated software to autonomous, intelligent system that work on the background proactively. In the future of the SaaS paradigm, human role will be more defining the goals and the outcomes and the constraints, while AI agents will execute and adapt the and optimize the operations. Here, I would like to share some couple of real world examples with you guys. This is the agentic SaaS, agent-based SaaS examples. In fact, recently at AB Ark Solutions, we have worked a lot of different platforms that are multi-tenant agentic systems, agentic SaaS system. One of them is the lead and sales engagement, where AI agents qualify the sales leads, manage the follow-ups to the clients, and the book meetings in the CRM autonomously. Another system we are working on also, that is AI-driven project management tool, where AI agent take care of all the board management, creating the tickets and taking the stand-up call with the teams and identify the blocker and intimate to the CTO and the CEO about the project progress seamlessly. And one another example we have recently working on, that is intelligent events management, events automation. This is all about the AI agents based support to eliminate the 70 to 80% of human effort, human administration effort, with the automating of everyday calls and the messages to the all stakeholders to to managing the events and reducing the human efforts on it. And these are all agentic support doing seamlessly behind the scene. So this is all about the what we have recently experienced in the agentic SaaS era. So if you have any question or query, do put in our comment box. We will answer it at the end of the session. And if you want to discuss some any use case in your personal experience, we can schedule a one-to-one consultation as well. Ms. Tahrin will share the calendar link in the chat as well to schedule a one-to-one discussion on it. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Mr. Waleed. He will he will walk through us and share the complete experience of one of the agentic SaaS we recently developed and how we are automating, how our engineering teams are automating the manual workflows through the agentic based. Yes, over to Waleed.
Thank you, Mr. Zaman, to handing over me, and I am feeling very honored to explain that how we are building the future and automating our event management workflows via AI agents. And here I want to present a next event project which help us to automate a lot of human or manual efforts in event management process. And before diving into this, I would like to describe that how this problem came. Let's say we are planning an event, and most of the time, what we are doing, we are creating the task. We are booking some vendors for the procurement of specific events, and also we need to prepare the reports to calculate the P&Ls or the summaries that what we have planned and what we are going to do, and which person is responsible for which task, and the team should have a team lead who is managing the whole team, assigning the task. These kind of tasks often require a lot of manual effort and documentation and task assignment. So also when we are handing over some of our tasks to the vendors, we need continuous follow-up so we can ask the vendor that what's the update and when they can deliver. Also, the vice versa will be sometimes the vendors needs more clarification on a specific subject, that how much that thing you need for that event, and then some of our human representative need to answer that or in planning in management, and they also need to take follow-ups. So that's some of the problems we are like trying to solve using the AI agents, which can automate some of our efforts so we can focus more on the productive side instead on the manual efforts or the configuration. The problem with the old SaaS is that it provides you the softwares which mostly cover a lot of configurations, but that is not what the outcome of SaaS is. The outcome of SaaS was that to solve the specific problem of a user. Okay, so he can automate his manual efforts with the software. What we have analyzed in the recent year that SaaS was becoming a modern framework, like a modern spreadsheets where you need to enter the details manually, you need to keep the records manually after putting a lot of manual effort. So that's why we are like automating these kind of stuff using the AI agents. And also one more concern is that we want to build the platform that doesn't replace us, that think with us, that suggest us the things. So for the platform, I would like to tell you that we have a lot of features in here, like we have the event map management, task management, team management, but still that is not the priority of this event management tool. The most priority thing or the exciting thing about this project is how we are automating it to like manage this in the old way, but with the help of AI agent to reduce the manual efforts. So let's discuss about our operation, that how the system actually work and how the AI agents like we have discussed earlier in the presentation, that we need to provide the context rich information to the AI agent, so they can analyze the requirements and they can plan and they can act. So in generic AI, we have faced the problem that when you ask a query to the generic AI tools, they make things up. They sound confident, but maybe there is a multi-million dollar event you want to organize, and the AI is making things up, and you can't trust in that way. So, but this AI tool is just like a AI which is trained on the industry-specific practices. Uh, the events which have happened in the past and their details. So that is a kind of AI which like answer the user query with the help of proper context and validate it with the information. And to validate each query of the user, we have created a knowledge base in it, where our AI is like training, planning, and summarize what it has done, and again putting back all the information into our knowledge base. So in our knowledge base, mostly we can define all the information related to event, or what are our vendors, what are our guest lists. So these kind of information help AI to validate each query and plan and answer according to that. So till now we have discussed that how is AI planning on which context, but now the question is that how it is automating the task, which are the manual efforts it is automating. So the next powerful module we have in the next events is the voice AI. I want to discuss a situation here that let's say we have organized an event and a vendor wants to know some information about a specific event, and he calls one of your team representative who is responsible for the event and who know about the event, that what to do, what are our plans, but he is unavailable. And the vendor got frustrated, he doesn't know the answer. Mostly when he calls, he get an answer from a voicemail, who is not intelligent, who doesn't have any knowledge about the event as well. And on the other side, the human representative is not available. So that situation is frustrating for the vendor. And the next day when you go to know about this situation, you also got frustrated that this query must be answered in the timeline, so we don't have to face the specific issue which is causing because the delay of the vendor. So here comes our voice AI assistant, which is trained on the knowledge base of a specific event. And when the vendors get to call and know about the details of an event, the voice AI assistant answers it. And as I have discussed earlier, that each of our AI module will be trained on the knowledge base. It is planning on the basis of the information which is stored in our knowledge base, and then acting. So what the voice AI do, it takes the user query and validates it and prepare a response and answer the specific vendor. So the vendor get to know about his query, and this voice AI assistant is available 24/7. So he don't our team representative don't need to worry about any misinformation, because it is already answering on the basis of the event knowledge base. But here comes another problem, that sometimes there might be a case when we need to transfer the call to our team representative. Here, the situation mostly what happens is that mostly when the human representative comes in the call, and he doesn't know about the context, that what the AI has asked the person, or what the vendor was asking to the person, to the AI. So then there is a communication gap, because we don't have the details that what has been discussed between them. Here, what voice AI is solving is that before letting the person speak to the vendor, he is informing him that this was a query which is asked by the specific vendor, and that what we have discussed, and ABC information is not available in my knowledge base, so that's why we are transferring this call to you. And the person who takes that call, he's aware that till now this discussion has been done and I don't have to ask that can you please repeat your query, and he just go and answer his query and resolve the issue before we need to escalate it or before we get frustrated. Another thing where we are automating overflows is that when we have assigned some tasks to specific team members and they are causing delays, and our AI is analyzing that these issues can be create delays in our event planning or management, and there are certain risks which are attached to the specific task. So that's when our the AI agents analyze that these tasks should be completed by this deadline. Otherwise, they are also creating a risk for the other task or the event schedule. So then our voice AI assistant calls the specific team member who is the task owner and explain him that these are your tasks which are pending and you need to complete that. And on on call what the AI and the team member has been discussed, that will be transcribed as well, and that data will be again put back into the system so AI can create the summary of the event. AI can retrain on it, so whenever the next time the situation occurs, it will again plan on the basis of past experience and plan accordingly and act accordingly. Also, I would like to discuss another exciting feature in our next events, which is WhatsApp AI. Not only we are automating the call follow-ups, but we are also like doing the same thing with our WhatsApp. Let's say I am working with our team in an event planning, and I don't want to like go into my system and check what are my tasks. So I can just simply do, I open my WhatsApp and ask my WhatsApp AI that, hey AI, what are my tasks for today? And it will list that these are your tasks which need to be done today. So I can just move to the task instead of going to my software and managing things. I can just plan and act accordingly, and it will also share me the description that what you need to do, what which person you need to take a follow up with, and how much progress you have made till. So that's kind of the manual things we can automate with over WhatsApp AI. Also, if a person wants a specific information on the message, mostly over representatives, if they are not available, he can get the query resolved within a few minutes with over WhatsApp AI. So these are some of the manual triggers or the manual workflows which often defined in the systems we are trying to solve with the help of our AI agents, where we are taking a knowledge base, then we are making the AI plan on it and then act on it so we can reduce the human effort, and we can automate the systems, and we would like to see a future where we are automating all of our manual efforts with the help of AI agents. Okay, so that's pretty much a comprehensive description of what we are automating in this software. And I would like to hand over to my other team so they can continue.
Okay, thank you so much for all of you joining today. If you would like to explore how AI-powered agent system could work for your SaaS product or workflows, please schedule a free one-on-one consultation with our experts. Link has been shared in the chat. Please book a consultation. Thank you. Have a great day.